House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has decided to give in to demands by Republicans and hold a formal impeachment investigation vote. Now, this is not a vote on the impeachment itself, it's a vote to formalize the impeachment investigation. But as expected, it's not good enough for the right wing because they don't actually care about the process as they claim to. What they really want to do is belittle this impeachment investigation and minimize it as much as possible. So with that said, what has Nancy Pelosi agreed to do? According to reports, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced the House would vote on Thursday to formalize the procedures of the impeachment inquiry into Trump and Ukraine in what will be the first time the House will go on the record on the proceedings. Democrats say Thursday's vote is not a formal authorization of the impeachment inquiry, but it nevertheless signals they are pushing forward with the investigation despite resistance from several witnesses inside the administration to appearing for testimony.
Wait, what? That's what my kids say now when they're confused about something.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay, so I actually was gonna disagree with you, Anna. Well, I didn't know I was gonna disagree with you because I was reading the article ahead of time. Anyway, as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, they're gonna formalize the process. I think that's good. I don't think necessarily in your intro when you were saying, conceding to Republican demands. No, I don't mind that. I want them to do it. I want them to do it from day one. It doesn't really matter. Court has already adjudicated it doesn't matter. They're right about the facts, but sure, let's have a vote. I want people on the record. I'll get to the politics of it in a second. But then you read the part that Anna just read to you, and they say, well, don't get us wrong. We're not actually acting strong. It's not a formal authorization.
Boom.
Oh, for God's sake, then what the hell is it?
No, it's, Jake.
What are you doing?
They're hoping, this is my analysis of it. They're hoping to destroy a right-wing talking point regarding the process. Because remember, and I want everyone to remember this because no one's talking about it in the media, it's driving me crazy. A number of Republican senators went to Mitch McConnell and they're like, bro, what are we gonna do? We don't want to attack the substance of this investigation because it looks really bad, Trump did it. And so Mitch McConnell said, all right, our strategy is to attack the process. And that's what they've been doing, attack the process. They haven't had a formal vote. They haven't done the formal vote. They haven't done the formal vote. And that's all you hear over and over again. That's why when I was debating the human thumb with a face painted on it on CNN, he kept talking about the process. And I immediately debunked the nonsense he was spewing because it's easily debunkable. Then you have Nancy Pelosi, instead of fighting Republicans, conceding to their nonsense talking point, and now she's saying, all right, we'll hold this formal vote. But let me give you more. The House would move forward with the vote on procedures to, quote, eliminate any doubt as to whether the Trump administration may withhold documents, prevent witness testimony, disregard duly authorized subpoenas, or continue obstructing the House of Representatives. But here's the thing, you're letting them obstruct justice here, right? You're letting them remain in contempt of Congress without pushing forward any type of consequences. Like they have to listen to, or I should say comply with those subpoenas. But they don't want to flex their power and actually apply the consequences to ignoring subpoenas. So
look, in Washington, this kind of weakness is celebrated. And I'm sure that if you ask 8 out of 10 reporters and 95 out of 100 Democrats, they'll be like, oh, another middle ground approach, yes. And maybe they'll criticize us less now. Are you kidding me? Like you're not paying attention to anything. So no, look, the correct way to do this is it a formal impeachment inquiry? You're goddamn right it is.
Exactly.
Okay, the guy has committed 4 felonies and we're gonna prove it. It is easily provable and we will follow all the procedures that we need to follow. And this is not remotely an issue. And yes, we're going to impeach him because he did do these crimes. It is clear as day. See how strong that is and it resonates? Instead saying, now we're gonna do a procedure but it's not full procedure, it's only half a procedure.
I mean, even the wording, let me read you another one of her quotes, okay? The resolution establishes the procedure for hearings that are open to the American people. So let me stop for a second because there is a silver lining to this. They do want to open things up to the American people, right? They want Americans to have access to the transcripts, the testimony that the committees have already heard in closed door sessions. And I think that that is important. I do also think it's a double-edged sword because on one side, I like the transparency. I want to know more about what's going on during these testimonies. But on the other hand, it's going to turn into a circus, much like all the other public hearings that we've dealt with during the Trump administration.
But there's no way to avoid that.
I know.
The Republicans are going to do what they're going to do. Look, now we get to the politics of it. So just actually before that, let me just quickly say, legally, they're fine. None of this matters.
Exactly.
They didn't have to have any vote at all, let alone this middle ground vote. The middle ground vote makes their legal case, I mean, it doesn't make it stronger because they didn't need it at all, okay? But it's fine. I'm not opposed to it. I just want them to have a real vote and just move on with your life. Stop responding to insane Republican attacks, or respond with great strength instead of like, right? And nothing but a middle ground. Okay, now the politics of it. So why are they doing that? Because they think, oh no, I don't want to have the conservative Democrats in purple districts vote on a formal impeachment inquiry process, because then the Republicans might use it against them.
It's
the
amazing.
Right now, more than 50% of the country not only wants Donald Trump impeached, they want him convicted in the Senate and thrown out of office. So the real issue isn't your goddamn conservative Democrats. The issue is the vulnerable Republicans in purple districts. So if they are forced to vote with Donald Trump, who is clearly guilty and will be proven guilty, whether the Senate convicts him or not is a political decision based mainly on their polling numbers. But when you make your case to the American people, they're constantly having this conversation of he broke the law, he broke the law, he broke the law. And then you get the Republicans to say, I like breaking the law, I'm with Donald Trump who breaks the law. That helps you politically, it doesn't hurt you.
Right.
But you're constantly scared.
Yeah, yep.
Scared, oh, what if the Republicans say this? You also have a mouth, a body, you can respond. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.